So my goal in 2020 was to have more heart-to-hearts with you, and my goal in 2021 is just to do some informal videos, like just talking as friends, because I would love to meet you in real life and be friends with you, but I just want to do just some more informal, casual videos. I put on my unicorn sweater because I just wanted to have a chat with you about different seasons of life in faith based off 2 messages that I got on Instagram recently. I'm continuing my partnership with Hallow, the Hallow app, because I love it so much and I use it all the time. I'm going to tell you a little bit about something they have going on right now later on in this video. Thanks to Hallow for sponsoring this video because it helps me keep making YouTube videos, and I'm so grateful for that. So I want to read you these messages. They apply to the life of a new mom, but also our lives in general. The first message said, "How do you make time for God during this season of life? Sincerely, a sleepy mama of a 1-month-old." And another woman said, and this just broke my heart, "Any tips for a new mom? It has been 12 days since giving birth and my prayer life has disappeared overnight. Tips for keeping a prayer life and being a mom without feeling like a bad Catholic." Now, that bad Catholic umbrella is a whole nother video for another day. But these messages, especially this one, just broke my heart. It's been 12 days since giving birth and my prayer life has disappeared and I feel like a bad Catholic. What I want to give you is the word offering, right? I want you to take this word and tuck it into your heart for the rest of your life. That the Lord wants us to dedicate our lives to prayer. If you're a woman of faith, this applies to you. This is a video all about a life of faith and a life of prayer. And if it doesn't, you're welcome to keep watching and hear what I have to say about this if you're open to listening about it. But the Lord wants us to dedicate ourselves to prayer. My friend Father Lewis once said, "Prayer is a response to infinite love." A response to infinite love. And that response looks a lot of different ways in a lot of different seasons of our lives, in a lot of different seasons of my life. That there's times in life, and I talked about this on Patreon last year because I was at church with Zion, and there's this bench that I used to like to sit on before I had children, and I would pray there for hours. Just sitting with God, enjoying the peace, enjoying everything. I just saw the moon outside. Zion's napping right now, but he would love that the moonrise is happening right now. But I would sit on that bench for so long and I had so much time to just pray and be, with God and all those different kinds of things. And I was sitting on that bench. I brought Zion back there. After he started walking, I think it was. And the whole time I was just like feeding him snacks and like trying to entertain him. And that was my prayer. That was my offering to the Lord to say, God, I'm coming here to be with you. And in this being with you, I have to tend to my little love here, who I love so much. And that was a part of my offering in prayer to God, was to take care of my son in that moment and in that time. And that's what I want you to be able to see. And that's what I want both of these moms to be able to see. Firstly, I want to speak specifically to motherhood, that everything you do in motherhood can be offered as a prayer to God. Everything you can do in life can be offered as a prayer to God. We want to specifically speak to this motherhood real quick. Everything you do in motherhood can be offered to God. A diaper change. You can change that diaper and say, God, I offer this diaper change to you. And it sounds so silly, but it's the most real thing. You say, this is an offering in humility and service and love of my child for you. Every night waking, right? As you know, Zion was a horrible sleeper. And I would rock him in the night and offer it to God to say, this is my prayer. Rocking my son in this moment, God, is my offering, this is my response to your infinite love for me, is to love this baby in this moment. Every hour and a half, I could cry just thinking about how hard it was all night long. We got through it. Thanks be to God. Zion's now like the best sleeper of all time. But to make an offering and to not see in my life, to step outside of the idea that prayer is this structured thing that and there's times in life for this, that I have to start at 5:30 and pray until 6:30 and do X, Y, or Z, my scripture readings and whatever that might be for you, that it has to be this structured thing, especially in times in life when your baby is 12 days old. Your prayer is loving that baby. And I'm not kidding, because that's all the Lord is calling you to do in that moment. That's what he's asking of you. It is a total pouring out of self. And if you think that's not enough, I just want to give you a hug, because I think a lot of women don't think that it's enough. I want to give you a hug to say that, oh boy, it is. and that the Lord smiles at you taking care of your 12-day-old baby and your 1-month-old baby, both of you. The Lord smiles, and you can offer all of that. Every sleepless night, every diaper change, every spit up, like every time you feed your baby, you just offer it to God. And that changes perspective. And that's, I really truly believe, the way that the Lord wants to see this. Again, it's not a matter of like, oh, throwing structured prayer out the window. It's about looking at what is possible in my life right now. And when you have a 12-day-old baby, that kind of structured prayer is really difficult to do. One of the things that helped me, and that's why I'm continuing to partner with Hallow, as a new mom and just as a woman with a full schedule in general, is the Hallow app. And I've talked to you about it before, and you might be like, oh, apps aren't for me. And that's the kind of person I am. Apps are not for me. But I tried the Hallow app last year. I shared all about it with you. And it has continued to be a place where I can go to make prayer accessible for my life. One of the most amazing things is that they're hosting Father Mike Schmitz's Bible in a Year podcast on their platform. And you can go in and listen to the Bible in a Year podcast, which has been hugely popular, and an amazing way that you can pray. And that's what I love doing as a mom. Like I shared about before Jedediah was born, that when I pull up the Hallow app, I just press the play button and I can listen to whatever reflection that I want to, whether it's the Bible in a Year podcast, Father Mike Schmitz's homilies are on there, any of the prayers that they have on there, night prayer, Chaplet of Divine Mercy. I mean, the library is amazing, that I press play and I'm able to listen. And even when I'm caring for the boys, to tune in, and maybe Zion needs a snack or I need to do something with Jedediah, and I tune back in, and that the Lord has compassion for that. The Lord's not like, tisk, tisk, you should be paying closer attention. I'm doing everything that the Lord is calling me to do in that moment, which is love my sons and raise my sons and make that a prayer and pray as much as I can. And the Hallow app helps me to do that. They also have a challenge coming up for Lent. The cool thing, if you see this video 8-10 months from now, is that they always have a challenge going on in the community tab. So for Lent, they have the Pray 40 challenge, where there's going to be reflections every single day for you to just press play on, and that helps you give structure to your Lenten season and your Lenten journey so you can dive more deeply into your faith. It is all there for you. I think a lot of times we're like, what do I do for Lent? Like, I don't know what to do. This is all there for you. All you got to do is open it up every single day, press play. As a new mom, this can really be a great help for you. So you can use my link down there to download it. I just encourage you to look around and see. You get a free trial of Hallow Plus with my code, which is their subscription model. That's amazing. And you can see, do I like this? Do I not? Does this help me or does it not? Because it greatly helps me, and that's why I'm passionate about sharing it with you again. So use my link below, download the app, and see what you think, and let me know what you think. In Go Bravely, I talk about, in the whole chapter on like offering things to God, I talk about offering my work to God, offering my shifts to God. As a lot of you know, I was a waitress for a long time. Any waitresses out there? Raise your hand. It was really hard. And except for the man who left me a $40 tip one time on one glass of wine. That was pretty cool. People used to fight over that man coming in because he left a $40 tip every time he came in. What a guy. But every time, like, you can make everything in your life an offering to God, a prayer, truly, outside of the structured prayer that you might have in your life, that whether or not you can do that in your life right now, you can make everything a prayer. When you clock in to say, God, I offer this shift to you. The joys of it, the struggles of it, whatever happens. If you're folding clothes, if you're waiting tables, if you're a nurse, you guys hold a million different jobs, which I think is really cool. You're all in different fields of every different thing. And I shared on Instagram the other day that part of my job as a hostess at a restaurant was cleaning the toilets and like cleaning up the bathroom all night long throughout my shift. It was really hard to like maintain the waiting list and clean the bathrooms and manage all the people all at the same time. It was really hard to do. But to make that an offering to God, to say, God, in this moment, I'm going to clean the bathrooms, and it's going to be really gross because they were really gross a lot of the time, but I'm going to offer it as a prayer to you, that this is my daily duty. You are calling me to this in this moment of my life. I'm a waitress right now. I'm a hostess right now, whatever it may be. And I offer my work to you. And that is a cool way that we can invite God into every aspect of our lives. When we do that, it changes everything, and it changes our perspective on everything. And it's a perspective I wish I had adopted more early on in my life, right? In high school, in college, right? When I was in college, I was lugging camera equipment all over Phoenix, Arizona. And I wasn't thinking about it as, you know, a prayer or anything like that. I was like, it's 120 degrees and it's really hot and this camera equipment is really heavy. And instead I could have said, God, I'm pursuing this degree and I don't know what's going to happen, but I offer this to you. This trek that I'm taking across Phoenix to get to this place where I'm going to do my news story, I offer this to you. I offer the whole day to you. Use me as you will. I am your instrument. Like, let me serve you in this. And that's something that I just want to give you that I've learned over time. Use that word offering, to tuck that word offering into your heart and to make an offering out of every single part of your life and to invite Jesus into every single part of your life. Every single part of your day can become a prayer. Like I said, there will be times in life when I was a single woman, even when I was married and did not have children, I had hours to structure these times in, to go and be with God, to pray in that specific way. And now it looks really different. I still have that time for structured prayer. Truly, Hallow is a big part of that right now. Thanks be to God. But it looks different every time I change Zion's diaper. Now I have that perspective to say, Lord, this is for you. This is part of my vocation. It's part of my service of you. It's part of my building the kingdom here on earth. That is a big thing that I want you to remember, especially you two sleeping mamas, that raising your children is you building up the kingdom here on earth. And that is no small thing. As it says in scripture, pray unceasingly. And we do that by making everything a prayer, everything an offering. Thanks be to God. So from my heart to yours, just as a friend, chit-chatting with you. I wish you were here and we could have a cup of tea or whatever your favorite beverage is. But I wanted to share that with you, these two moms, and then maybe that would resonate in some part of your heart. So that's all for today. If you enjoy and want me to do more just talking to you, chatting with you as a friend videos, let me know in the comments. Thanks for being here as always, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.